Hello everyone. Today we'll be repairing a Galaxy S3. To begin, I always take pictures of the device before I begin repair, and I always get organized. So I have my tools, and I have the map of the phone. That way I'm moving the screws, and underneath the map of the phone some magnets. First thing, check all the functions. As you can see, I push the home button, it works. Volume buttons work. Power button works. So every function works, and the sound works as well. Now power the device off. Once it's off, first thing to do next is remove the back. It's simple, just put a finger in there and pull out. Next, remove the battery. Next, remove any card, SIM or SD cards. The cards, there were no cards to begin with. Next is 10 screws. Some screws won't come out just by themselves. You have to get others out to get certain screws out. So it's probably best to just loosen all of them up and then try to remove them one by one. But whatever you do, make sure you put them in the proper place. Sometimes this screw doesn't come out at all. It's out of the phone, but it's still inside the plastic molding. And you can find it out by moving the head. So next, find a spot to pry open the plastic from the rest of the phone. I usually start in the left corner. And I'm writing the steps along as I go along so I can upload this file for those who like to read more than like to watch videos. So gently pull it up. Just come right off. Then this plastic part should come right off too, but to be sure, try to screw again. Nothing happens. Go right here with the pry tool. Gently pull up. Once you do that side, go over here. Pull up again. And it comes out. So the screw's out of the phone, but it isn't out of the plastic molding. So you're safe there. You won't tear anything. Next is to take your motherboard and your inner parts of the phone out. Actually, it all depends on what part you purchase. With the part I purchased, only I have to remove now is the motherboard and switch it over to the new phone because everything else is already in it. So it's only one screw holding the motherboard. It's a black screw at the very bottom. Then there's a few connections you have to take apart to get your motherboard off. Take the black screw off. Then use a safe from pry tool to disconnect any connection to the motherboard. Gently lift the motherboard out. Now the only thing you have to do is transfer the motherboard over. Make sure everything's aligned properly. I usually use a flathead to lift up the connection so I can gently get the motherboard into place. And as I say, with this repair, we didn't have to do a full repair because we purchased the part that was already pre-assembled. And with the Galaxies, the non-pre-assembled parts and the pre-assembled parts are around the same price range. So unlike the iPhones, there's really no difference. So I would go with the pre-assembled part with the Galaxies because you'll save time and you spend around the same amount of money. Alright, once you get it in, connect everything back together. Be sure you have all your pieces and everything is here. Make sure you connect that part down as well. You hear a snap, that means it's good. If the plastic mold is in there, separate them. Before you put the plastic back on, put your black screw on. That was my mistake. Next, put the plastic molding on. Try to snap it in first. Just gently move around the edges. Try to get it to snap before you screw it in. Once you get it snapped good, put your screws back on. When you put your screws back on, don't go straight up and down or straight side to side. Try to do a pattern of a star or just a diagonal pattern. That way it'll go down and be level when it goes down. If not, it'll be hard closing your back on it. Notice at the top that I don't have this screw here because it didn't come out of the white molding that we just took off. But that screw isn't needed. So we probably won't be putting it on if we can't get it out. It's no big deal. Alright, all the screws are in except for that one, which is not needed, but go around again. Make sure they're tight. Put your battery back in. At this point you can go ahead and power the phone on and put any other SIM cards, anything back in. I felt the phone vibrate, so it's coming on. Snap it back on and test everything. And you see it's all working. And we'll test the touch screen. And that's working, the sound's working. And if the touch screen's working, then we're all good. Everything's fine.